Hi, I'm Chrissy, and this is Healing Speaks. In today's video, I'll be telling you all about a time I quit my job cold turkey, did not put a 2 weeks notice in, just up and left. Okay, this video is kind of connected to my other video uploaded a few days ago with like 72-hour hold, one of my dark side tales video. So yeah, it's kind of connected because prior to being on my 72-hour hold, just previously I had quit my job. So that's how they're kind of connected. Now, I did mention in that video that if you see Dark Side Tales, it's a story time video. It's a personal, deep, unfiltered, raw story time video. This one is kind of like a story time, but it's not too personal. So I'm not going to title it Dark Side Tales. I just wanted you guys to know that. Okay, so before I dive into the topic of the video, I just want to let you guys know that it's been a few days since I uploaded a video because it's not easy making content every day. I was making content every day when I first started this channel. So I was on a roll, but I was on a roll because I apologize for the barking. I was on a roll because I kind of had this series of what it's like to split if you have quiet BPD. So it was easy for me to make some content for that series. Now I kind of slowed down a little bit, like what can I talk about? I did get a little personal. One of my videos I talked about what major depression has done to me with the dental. You can check that video out. So I kind of opened up and got a little more personal. And then I went even more personal when I talked about being on a 72-hour hold. So just bear with me while I make some content. The vision of my channel is going to be geared towards live streaming. It's just right now I only have 16 subscribers, but shout out to the 16 that are still hanging in there. I think I lost one. I had 17. Somebody unsubscribed, but I'm trying not to take it to the heart because hey, but shout out to those that are still subscribed to my channel. I did not forget about you guys. There has been time in that 3-day break that I didn't upload anything. I did have moments where I just think that I thought to myself, like, I can't do YouTube. I just can't do it. Stop sharing. But no, I gotta keep going. And when you guys make comments on my channel and you're watching my content, that's what's keeping me motivated. But do know I'm going to be gearing towards live streaming because I'm a channel of healing. Not everybody can be in therapy because it's expensive or you don't have health insurance. So the whole point of going live is so we can all connect. I want to connect with my subscribers, okay? I like when I join people's live streams and they read your comments or they bring people up and we all talk. I like YouTube channels like that. So I'm like, I want one like that. So that's the whole point of Healing Speaks. But anyways, let's go into the whole point of this video. Let's talk about the time I quit my job cold turkey. So this goes back, let's start off with the year. It goes back to 2013. So like I said, this is also the year I was on my 72-hour hold. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you do. I will add that video towards the end of this one so you can click and watch it. So yep, it was 2013. Now I got hired with this particular company in 2007. And I quit in 2013. So about 5.5 years with this company. Within those 5.5 years was hard. Now I was not diagnosed with anything then. When I got hired in 2007, I never seen a therapist, no psychologist, no therapy, no mental health world at all. But I knew something was wrong with me here. I knew something was wrong with me up here. I just knew it for many, many, many years. Okay. So let's talk about what was it like working for this company for 5.5 years. I was pretty much not assertive, no boundaries. I was a people pleaser. I'm still am. Everything that I'm talking about now that I've been doing on that job is kind of the same for another job that I had. It's kind of even the same for this job that I have currently. It's the same thing. I suffer with boundaries. Being assertive, being a doormat, a people pleaser. I didn't like rejection. I hated, what's that word? Constructive criticism. I hated it. Like, okay, I just couldn't, because I wear a mask, right? I wear a mask. And even though I wasn't diagnosed with anything, I was still wearing a mask because I knew something was wrong with me. And I don't like when people ask what's wrong. So even though I wasn't diagnosed with anything back then, I was still wearing masks on my jobs. Okay, even this current job, and you guys should already know by now because I talk about it a lot. Even with this current job that I have now, I wear a mask. But anyway, so I wore a mask back then. So I was like perfect. I thought I was doing like a good job, putting it in 110%. So when I was told that I didn't do something right, I didn't handle that well. But it was internalized. I was never the person to just show my emotions. It was internalized. I'm going to use a word called self-destruction instead of SH, self-destruction. I did a lot of self-destruction and suffered with a lot of depression in those 5.5 years. Another thing about this job is I didn't feel heard. I don't know if it was because my age. I did work with a lot of older people. So my concerns, or when I spoke, it's like people didn't listen. It was like a lot of the coworkers, when I spoke to them or something, or when I tried to be assertive, I was looked over. I don't know. It was weird. Like I didn't, I felt invisible. Is that the word? It was like talking to a wall. Like, who cares what she has to say? She's young. Kind of like that. I was, sometimes I was overworking myself and wasn't getting recognition. And that can do a lot of, because I like validation. I talked about that in one of my videos, with my splitting videos. I love validation. So when I be working hard like this, like giving 110%, and I'm not credited for what I do, that can bother you. So like I said, my concerns weren't never heard, and the paperwork is insane. This job had a lot of due dates and paperwork, so the job stress, but it was just the staff for me. It was the staff, not what I had to do in general. A lot of jobs are stressful, so I'm not trying to say that your job's not stressful, that person's job's not stressful. Jobs are stressful. For me, it's more the management, the staff. Like I said, I didn't like that. I felt small. So let's go to the time I quit. So what happened on that? I don't know the month. I don't know the month it was, but all I know is I left. So what made me leave is what I talked about, validation. Not being validated is what made me leave. It was an incident. I can't go to details because I really don't want to tell you because all of the jobs that I have, they're not connected by company, but it's connected by how I serve, the community, my talents. All that's connected. So I can't go into details what the type of job is, but it was an incident that went down very quickly too. I just remember I stepped out the room. I'm trying to say this as much as I can without spilling too much personal details. I just remember stepping out, and when I came back, it was a ruckus, and the supervisor didn't hear me out. That's all I can really tell you. The supervisor did not hear me out. The supervisor made me feel like it was my fault for what happened when I wasn't even there. That pissed me off, okay? Now, it's internalized. So I didn't yell, curse, profanity. We even had a staff meeting, and I remember telling myself, I gotta go. I just remember when I was at I was rocking back and forth in the staff chair, and I was hanging in there because I knew, because it was the staff, and the supervisor brung it up about this incident in front of all the staff. Instead of pulling me and my teammate to the side, because my teammate was also blamed for this incident as well. Instead of pulling us to the side and having a one-on-one with us, she brung it up in front of all the other staff. And that's why I was like, whoa, unprofessional. So when the staff meeting I left during the staff meeting, actually. I didn't finish the staff meeting. I put my pen down, I stormed out. I'm surprised I didn't break any glass when I slammed the door. I stormed out, and people down the hall were like the receptionists and stuff, because nobody never really saw me mad. I'm always having a mask on. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always jolly and chipper, but that just put me over the edge because no validation, and I don't like that. I was blamed for what happened when I wasn't even there. I was trying to explain to the supervisor, but it's like the supervisor still had this butt face, like, but, and I'm like, did you just hear what I said? How are you putting this on me if I wasn't even here? This ruckus that's going on is not my fault. But no, the face, the cues. I have an issue with cues on people's faces. If I see your face is always mad, agitated, or they even said that people with BPD, we don't like that with people's faces, like when, like angry faces and stuff, it's a trip. So that was the supervisor's face. And I just stormed out and left, quit cold turkey. And that was the last day they saw me. So I marched out, went to my car to do a whole bunch of crying. It's a good thing I did that because I didn't want to drive in distress like that, because I was having a nervous breakdown, pretty much, you guys. I was having a nervous breakdown. This is about 5.5 years of putting up with this, not being validated, feeling small, overworking, putting more work in than others. Like I was putting way more work in than other staff. Wasn't getting recognized for that. So this is 5.5 years of this. So yeah, I just sat in my car and just did a whole bunch of crime. I think 2 hours. 2 hours. Okay. So I called HR. I think maybe the same day. I called HR that same day. Let them know that I'm not coming back. And I remember the receptionist in HR, I remember her saying on the phone, you know, don't worry about it because all we're going to do is replace you. Take care of your mental health. That made me feel so good when she said that. Take care of your mental health. And because all we're going to do is just replace you. Don't worry about it. Because I told her I just left. I know leaving is going to really cause the job some, you know, who's going to replace me like that. But she's like, nah, we'll find somebody. Don't worry about it. And that was it. That was the last time that facility saw me. And I followed procedures of resigning, all the procedures and stuff. And then, yep, no more of that job. I split pretty much. I split without even realizing it because I remember I was not diagnosed yet. So this is going to be how it's connected to the 72-hour hold. So I finally got myself some therapy. I said, you know what? I need some therapy because my depression was so bad, you guys. And I mentioned that in a video. This is how my psychosis was even born. I guess you could say born. The major depressive disorder thing. Because, I mean, I was always a depressed person anyways. But I was on depressed times 10. I was like depressed times 100. So I remember when I finally made my appointment, I was actually excited. Most people are scared. Oh my God, I don't need therapy. Some people are forced, and don't force people to go to therapy, by the way. You can't never force anybody to go to therapy. They have to want it. But anyways, I wasn't that person in denial. I knew I needed some help, man. Because like I said, I did a lot of self-destruction and I knew I needed some help. I couldn't wait to see a therapist. I remember when the day of my appointment, I remember being in that lobby. It's a good thing it was early in the morning. No one was there but me. It's a good thing because I was in that lobby, a crying, balled up mess. I'm talking the nose is running, eyes is bloodshot red and crying up. She just knew like, oh yeah, when she said my name, she's like, yep, come on in. And I just let it all out. I left her office with, I think, being diagnosed with 4 different things. I left that mental health office with 4 different mental health diagnoses. and I never stopped going to therapy since. Never stopped. So after a few sessions with my therapist, then in 2013, she recommended PHP. So this is how the stories are kind of connected now. We're getting to that point. So PHP stands for Partial Hospital Program. And you get referred to these type of programs. It's an intensive care. It's an intensive type of therapy because you're there Monday through Friday for about 5 to 6 hours long. And it lasts for like 2 weeks long. So that's why it's intensive. So it's intensive care. And in order to attend these type of programs, it's typically referred by your psychologist or therapist. So I was referred. So after I got referred, they told me, hey, we got some space. Are you ready to start? So I started my partial hospital program. I started PHP. And then I'm going to stop the story from there because it's kind of connected to my 72-hour hold of how did I get to the next level. The next level is IHP. That's inpatient partial hospital program. It differs from PHP because we are on a hold, a 3-day hold, getting our mind together, taking meds and stuff like that. That's what makes it different from PHP. PHP, you get to go home. IHP, you got to stay in there. And I think by law, they can hold you up to 3 days. And if you stay longer, I think you got to go to court. I don't know. I don't know the process on that. But anyway, so my next video, like I said, just make sure you watch that other one, the 72-hour hold, because it's connected. So I attend PHP for a bit, and then PHP is like a group setting. So it's like other people with mental illnesses in there sharing stuff. You got people in there for depression, people in there for grief, people in there for OCD, you name it, for bipolar. It's different people in a group setting, and we're just all talking and sharing. And then when it was my turn to share, things went upside down because I was having a very bad day. And I remember I shared, but like I said, I'm gonna stop the story there because to be continue of when I shared what happened is in that video. You gotta watch it, 72-hour hold video. So I'm gonna end it right there. So have any of you guys quit your job because you split and you quit your job cold turkey because you just couldn't take it. Like, remember, we don't just we don't just ghost people and split on people and just leave out of their lives because we don't, we fear rejection, or we just feel like people are fed up with us and we just leave. We also just cold turkey leave our jobs too. People with BPD, quiet or classic, whether it's a quiet type or the classic type, we also split on our jobs and we quit our jobs. We can't, it's not just about hard, it's about, it's hard to maintain relationships because your coworkers is still considered relationships. It's just coworkers, your associates. So because if you're splitting on all your coworkers, then you're going to pretty much quit. Cold turkey too. I didn't want to put a 2 weeks notice in. I just knew I had to go. And I'm glad to know that it's borderline personality disorder, BPD. I'm so glad that I'm diagnosed with that because it was like a journey finding out what I really have, because I was bipolar, and but then I seen another therapist. She's like, no, it's not bipolar, it's BPD. I'm like, okay, so that's what it is. And yeah, but anyways, you guys, that is all that I have for this video. I may move my scenery. I'm usually like in my bathroom hall. This is like my bathroom hall. I may start making videos off my webcam because I do want to show, because I'm trying to think what kind of upload. I can do more story time videos because, like I said, the more I upload story time videos, the more you guys learn about me. But I may start making some videos on my webcam on my computer, and being on my computer allows me to show you guys videos and content, like video content where I can make reaction videos to stuff that's related to mental health, things like that, just to make it interesting enough and just switch the scenery, because I don't want to always be in my bathroom and there's always like a weird echo when I stand here when I play back my videos. So just to give you guys some heads up that you may see like a different scenery on one of my videos, it's because I'm just trying to come up with some content until I start going live. That is the main focus point. My vision of my channel is to go live stream so I can connect with you guys. I want to connect with you guys, and I can't wait to make that happen. But yes, you guys, if you made it this far, please like this video. Once again, let me know if there was a time that you had to quit your job cold turkey, didn't put a 2 weeks notice in. You just knew you had to leave because your symptoms were so high. You split on everyone and that job. You just had to go, because had you stayed, it would have been an uh-oh moment. So let me know. I'm want to hear in the comment section. But yeah, thank you so much. Make sure you like this video. And so once again, I may not upload every day. It's not easy uploading every day. So just hang in there with me. But like I said, shout out to those 16 subscribers that I do have. I'm still so proud of that because I just started this channel, 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm proud of the 16 subscribers that I have, because I wasn't thinking I was going to have any. And I won't stop making YouTube videos. Like I said, I almost stopped. I'm like, you know what, forget it. Because I still don't feel that important. See, I was doing the, that's a splitting, when you always focus on the negative instead of the positives, compliments. I'm always focused on, oh, I'm not good enough for YouTube. I'm not worthy enough. Who cares about a Chrissy? But no, I really want the vision of my channel to just take off the way I want it to take off. And if I gotta do some other stuff that's not related to where I want it to go, then that's fine. Just keep on making your story time videos, or like I said, I may do some reaction videos that's related to mental health, and just keep going until, I know I'm gonna find my audience, and I know I'm gonna find people that's gonna rock with me, understand me, and relate me. And don't forget, every time you subscribe, it means you high-fiving me, and it means you're hugging me. So don't forget. All right, so I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad I put a video out there. That's the longest I ever had a break from YouTube, 3 days straight. So I'm glad that I made a video, and I hope it was helpful. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.